Chapter 681. Permission to the third basement. The abilities of Renaway and Regina. Yes, I'm beginning to understand. Earlier, Nukijo had mentioned that the problem was that both individuals from Durban had awakened their powers. On the day Renaway awakened, it wasn't just her. Her longed-for friend Cyril, also known as Regina, had awakened as well. Renaway's ability was to suppress the power of other awakeners, and if Regina's ability was to make her body and weapons invisible, could there be a better combination for escaping from there? If Renaway had known that Regina was alive and possessed such an ability, she would not have remained so quietly confined for so long. A plan to escape with the others trapped in the surrounding rooms by communicating with them and releasing their suppressed abilities would have quickly formed in her mind. Nukijo's insistence that Renaway use her power, whether awake or asleep, now seems not only to prevent the awakeners on the third floor from escaping, perhaps it was also to preemptively prevent Regina, unable to bear it, from secretly trying to meet Renaway. Even if Regina used her invisibility to sneak into the third underground floor, her invisibility would dissipate as soon as she stepped in, due to Renaway's power suppression ability. Regina, despite her remarkable ability, had no choice but to serve under Nukijo and be absolutely obedient to gain access to the third floor, probably for that reason. However, Nukijo likely never intended to let the two meet, regardless of how obedient and compliant they were. If only one of them had awakened, or if Regina's ability was an invisibility that allowed attacks while hidden, things might not have escalated to this extent. It was indeed a cruel twist of fate. You died too easily. Yudhir coldly gazed at Nukijo's corpse, then felt a cloth settle on his shoulders and turned his head. Kishir, who had draped the cloak over him, smiled brightly as their eyes met. Now that there is no need to keep wearing those clothes, you should put on something warm. Thank you, but isn't this your garment, Commander? They were currently wearing clothes said to have been worn by boys and girls in ancient times during ceremonies to wish for victory. The attire revealing much skin and loosely fitted with no buttons, but only a few golden strings tied in knots, was hardly suitable for winter. However, its design unencumbered movement, which was an advantage. The existence of these clothes and the changing room was disclosed by Elkins and other awakeners who had subdued Nukijo's group backstage. The backstage area included a makeshift changing room where concept costumes, created anew for each day's combat, were stored. Clothes for the day's participants were already laid out there for them to charge into. Reluctantly, they had to wear those to avoid suspicion before going on stage and starting their task. Fortunately, the design was somewhat better than the rag-like garment Elkins originally wore, which barely covered the essentials. However, Kishir managed to pull off even that unrealistic attire terrifyingly well. Although his face was vaguely altered, his body remained unchanged. His broad shoulders and slender waist made even the roughest sack look as if it were custom-made for him. According to the awakeners, those participating for the first time today could wear robes or cloaks over their clothes without arousing suspicion. Thus, they wrapped themselves in the outer garments they had originally worn. The rest of the clothes were distributed to other awakeners like Elkins, who were dressed in sacks. Kishir had kept his outer garment on all this while, but Yudhir had discarded his earlier, resulting in his body being splattered with blood here and there. He was concerned about soiling Kishir's clean cloak with this mess. Well, I think he's just trying to cover your body so that nobody else can see it. I'm fine, please just take it. There is too much blood on you. If you go out like this, you will lose body heat. Yudhir didn't seem to mind the blood, considering it wasn't his own and he could summon fire if he got cold. Then I will go and fetch the clothes I threw away earlier. This one? At some unknown point, Kishir had picked up Yudhir's discarded garment, now a black, tattered cloth bundle. It was ripped and covered in various liquids and dirt. I saw it on the way here, but it's already been trampled and ruined. ... This cloak is enchanted like your gloves. It's made of a fabric that doesn't easily stain. Don't worry and wear it. That's why I kept it on. His last words were almost a whisper, soft yet tinged with an unwillingness that made it difficult to refuse. Perhaps Kishir had been quite concerned about Yuda's condition without showing it during the fight. But if I wear this, won't you, Commander, get cold? Don't forget that I have seen the pinnacle of swordsmanship. This is nothing to me, and we will likely meet Nathan on our way out. He must have bought an outer garment, knowing the plan. Yudhir wondered if it wouldn't be better for him to wear one of Nathan Zuckerman's garments. However, Kishir's expression was resolute and radiant, seeming unyielding to any suggestion. From experience, this isn't a mood to refuse. Kishir, who usually didn't obstruct Yudhir's actions, could persuade him perfectly when needed. His current reaction was strikingly similar to the firm yet gentle demeanor he had shown when he was blinded in the great serene forest. Finally, Yudhir nodded in agreement. Only then did Kishir smile and properly tie the cloak. Wearing the cloak didn't completely hide the blood splattered all over him, but it was enough to prevent people from recoiling in shock at first glance. Just then, the Awakeners, having calmed their excitement from the victory, approached them. They were startled to see Nukijo's dead body, but soon murmured with mixed emotions. Is he dead? Really dead? Just like that? Nukijo had been at the top of the power structure inside the fighting arena. The Awakeners felt a mixture of emptiness, anger, and relief that such a seemingly indestructible figure had died so vainly. They regretted that he died too easily for his deeds, but the sight of his corpse also brought a sense of real relief that the nightmare was finally over. The surviving subordinates of Nukijo merely looked on, with no one lamenting the death of their leader. Thus, Nukijo's body was left untouched, his eyes unshut. They gathered Nukijo's subordinates, who showed no further will to resist, and tightly bound them together. This was to facilitate an easier handling for the cavalry members who would join them later. During this time, Yudhir called Renavi, who had been standing at the back, to inform her about the whereabouts of the friend she had been so desperately searching for. Before Nukiji died, I was fortunate to learn about your friend's fate. It turns out she was alive. Cyril, she was alive? Are you sure? Renavi, who had believed Cyril to be utterly deceased, displayed a mix of bewilderment and joy, but Yudhir, knowing her happiness would not last, suppressed his emotions. Before I proceed, I want to confirm if your friend's real name is Sai Regina. Ah, yes, that's right. Cyril is just a Durban-style nickname. We never used her real name. But why do you ask? It was as expected. The probability that Sai Regina was not Cyril was non-existent. Yudhir took a deep breath and spoke softly. It seems she was here, just like you. She served under Nukiji and went by the name Regina. Under Nukiji? As a subordinate? Renavi questioned in disbelief, doubting her ears at such an unexpected revelation. No, it can't be. Would she continue to work here knowing I am here? In this dreadful place? Are you sure there is no mistake? If she worked here, they would have no reason to hide Cyril's fate from me. What exactly? The truth can only be confirmed by the person herself, but I suspect the reason might have been to save you. To save me? As Renavi asked in a daze, the young awakeners of the Star of Nagran who were nearby perked up their ears and turned their heads. The familiar name had caught their attention. Regina? We know her. She was the one who led us here.